Welcome to my short presentation on navigating aged care. My name is Yianni. I'm a financial planner at OzPlan Financial Services. Just a short disclaimer here, nothing that we're going to cover in this presentation is considered personal advice. It's information for your education only. If you are needing personal financial advice, I'd highly suggest you contacting our office. I've got our contact details towards the end of this presentation, so feel free to call through if you are needing financial advice. Bit about our team. There's 13 of us working in our Mitcham office here in Victoria. We are all extensively experienced in the aged care system as well as in other financial planning services in general. There's 3 financial planners, Nick Bird, Lauren Wilson and myself. And our support staff are also trained in aged care. There are essentially 4 pillars of costs associated with care. You've got accommodation as your first. So this is essentially what covers for the room or access to the amenities. And you could choose to pay this in the form of a lump sum known as a refundable accommodation deposit or a RAD, a daily fee known as a daily accommodation payment, or you can do a combination of both. Now, if you choose to pay the daily fee, you will be charged 8.36% as of the 1st July 2024 on the outstanding RAD or the outstanding lump sum. Now, depending on your means, you may be subject to the market pricing, so that's the room charge as of what the facility is advertising, or you could be subject to government pricing. So we're able to determine which category you'd fall under because that can dramatically impact the cost of care for you. We then have what's called a basic daily fee. So this is payable by everyone. It's set at 85% of the age pension rate. So currently this is sitting at $61.96 per day, and that's per person as well. And this covers essential expenses such as laundry, meals, and utilities. We then have a means tested fee. So this means tested fee is determined by Services Australia. So you'd be completing a specific form, either an SA 457 or an SA 485 form. We can tell you which form is appropriate for your situation. And essentially this fee is based on your assets and income. So it's a wealth fee. The more money you have, the higher this fee will be, and also the opposite is true. We also have what's called an extra services fee or an additional services fee. Now this is agreed by the provider and it covers lifestyle services, such as your wines, your Foxtels, newspapers, could be a TV. So when moving into care, the accommodation and the extra services fees can be negotiable, and we can also assist in negotiating these expenses. I've got here a sample of a client I've recently met with and the value I've been able to provide with my advice. So pre-advice, aged care expenses were around $70,000 a year. After receiving advice, I was able to reduce the aged care expenses to $37,000. So it's a dramatic change there in what they're paying. We also can assist from the income aspect. So by restructuring your finances, we can potentially improve age pension entitlements. So as you can see, age pension entitlements were able to be increased from $22,000 to $26,000 through my advice. And we were also able to improve interest or income from investments by restructuring. So that overall impact on our advice resulted in a dramatic benefit. So initially they had a shortfall of $24,000 in their cash flow. We were able to create a cash flow surplus of almost $16,000 after advice. So almost a $30,000 net benefit in their cash flow on an annualized basis. So it's a massive difference, and it could be life-changing. So the value of advice, I can't express it enough, is extremely important. So how we can help, we offer 3 different service offerings or packages in an effect. We have an initial meeting for aged care. So this gives you a very detailed understanding of the aged care expenses, how and what they will be impacted by in relation to your specific finances. And then we provide you the education on making you aware of your options. So we do a side-by-side comparison of all your options, similar to that previous slide, in terms of this is what your costs are going to be, this is what your income is going to be if you do X, Y, and Z. And from there, that gives you some good, clear guidance as to, okay, this option's better or this option's better. If that's not enough, we can then also complete what's called an options paper. This is a bit more of a detailed report covering those options that we may have discussed in that initial meeting, but in greater detail. So we project out over a 5-10 year period. We can look at age pension entitlements over time, the estate value over time, so what you're leaving behind to the kids, and is generally a more robust document in terms of it can be a bit more future-proofed. The initial meeting is just more sort of a basic snapshot of this is what it looks like today. Finally, we can provide advice or personal advice through a statement of advice document. So this document is the most detailed document we can offer you, where we essentially cover off all projections, the best options presented to you, the benefits, why we've recommended it, the costs, implications to you over time, and essentially what we're presenting to you is the most optimal option. If you're wanting more information on what we can do to help and our costings, I'd highly recommend you giving us a call or emailing me. I've provided my details there, so feel free to contact when ready or if you're wanting to inquire further. Thank you for your time.